Hi guys, welcome to Avant Novis. I am Dan, and today we are going to do a study in rivers. This should be fun. What we're going to do today is, I've got a map here, and I've kind of got an idea of what I want. Kind of a big jungle area with a little bit of a desert to the side, kind of a big adventure map, etc., etc., so forth. And to do this, I want to study some rivers. I want to look at the rivers themselves, the rivers around the world, maybe take some screenshots and other things. So let's go, first of all, to ye old Google Earth, because, you know, Google Earth's the best. I'll send a link where you can download this for free. And I'm looking right now at the Amazon River, the largest river system in the world. So let's go ahead and take a look. Very flat plain, very large area, very dependent on the weather. Of course, have the Andes Mountains, big old floodplains, and a lot, I mean, good grief, you can see all this development, an area of development from space. Kind of scary, actually. Oh, look at that. All right, let's have some look. What I'm doing is, this map that I'm creating, let's go back to that really quick. And we're using ArtRage Vita, or ArtRage Maps with Friendship. And what I want here is, this is my plan out layer. Let's go ahead and grab what I'm doing. So I want this to be a big, this one area here is going to be jungle. I want this kind of to be marsh or wetlands. And our weather is, of course, going to be coming in like this. So anywhere on the mountains, an area like that, we're going to be, let's go ahead and get rid of that layer. So we'll have kind of a wet, you know, big old jungle in this area. Because I've never done really big jungles. So big old jungle, big old jungle, big old jungle. And maybe we'll have this like flatlands, something like that. So we have a big jungle area, big system of, big system of rivers, big system of water. Then over here, we're kind of having marshlands. So let's go ahead and study that really quick. Let's have a look here on exactly how those form. So it looks like on the lowlands. Now look, there's a little bifurcation. That again is in the flatland area. We go over, okay, so flatlands look like this. I'm gonna quickly take a picture of this. So Alt print screen to print out. Find my Alt button. So we're going to just grab that really quick. Okay, so this is going to be what our lowlands look like. Okay, then let's look at this. This is our big river delta. There is some crazy stuff going on here, I'll tell you that much. All right. we can talk about this little thing. It's a large delta, large flatland. And as you can see, there's, once again, bifurcation all over this. You know, largest river in the world just goes kind of crazy. So one could assume, and one could hypothesize, that bifurcation happens a lot in delta regions. All right, that's cool. Okay, let's go ahead and look over at Egypt. All right. Now, the Nile Delta, of course, has been significantly changed with the implementation of dams throughout Egypt. Or Suez Canal right there. I didn't know it was that big. Oh, cool. So here's the Egyptian Delta. Again, it's changed quite a bit. Again, a little more bifurcation right there, but I think this is more man-made than anything else. Yeah, that's man-made bifurcation. All right, and some more there. I do know in some videos, well, in some website posts, that people are like, oh, bifurcation, it's really not common. Maybe I'm just looking at a lot of deltas. All right. So let's go ahead. I don't think I want the Egypt look because the Nile's been so changed. Let's go ahead and find something else. Let's go up to the Danube. Big old river here. Very much mankind has changed it quite a bit. There. Got a natural one there. Looks like with the flatlands we can get away with spreading like that. Mountains. Oh, there it is. All right. We kind of have these large body of lakes and these tributaries with lakes. Let's go ahead and grab that. I like that right there. That's something we can use. I'm opening another, another little version of Paint, so I have these as references. We'll be using those for some color projects in the map we're making today. Some more right there. It's kind of really cool. See, that's dam. Been dammed. Interesting. Sorta. Yeah, it just comes down here. All right. Let's look over here at the Caspian Sea. This one's pretty cool. Get some labels. I don't know what this one. Wow. I'm not pronouncing that. Semilyansky Reservoir. My Russian sucks. Okay, it's kind of cool. I like these big old lakes in the rivers, so we should do some of those. I think that'd be really neat. Okay, let's hit South China, Vietnam area. All right. I don't know if there's a delta. Is man-made? No, that. Check here. That's definitely not man-made. Oh, cool. You can see all the boats there. Yeah, Google Earth Pro, guys. It's free online. Best map-making tool ever. A little more join there. That's a weird little river. Check that action out. I think this is more of a highlands coming down into a lowland. I want to check this out. Yeah. You can see right here where the river is joining it. The silt content is different than this. So this is definitely going into it as a tributary. All right. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, but these squiggly lines are very present everywhere. Okay, so we need some squiggles for the lowland areas. Okay, let's go ahead and so we got some pretty good examples. So let's go into let's go into this area. This area is crazy when it comes to rivers. Down in southern China. I mean, it does what it wants. Very cool. Oh, check that out. I'm grabbing that. That's awesome. We'll grab that one. Go ahead and put that in paint. Okay, gotta remember that. Gotta remember it looks kind of like that. Really natural. This is where the big karst topography is, with all those big, you know, but when we think about Vietnam, when we think about other places, this is kind of where those are. It's Hong Kong? No, it's not Hong Kong. Right. Of course, the Yangtze, is that Yangtze? No, Yellow River. Again, the same shape, the same flow. You get these like pseudo islands. Okay, very cool. Okay, let's do swamps. Or lowland areas. Let's go to Indonesia. Have a look at how they... Oh, look at those forests. Good grief, look at those beautiful forests. Again, the flatlands look like this. It's kind of cool. Ooh, I really like this. We'll grab this too. So again, Alt print screen to grab it. Open up paint. Control V it. Now we have that. Okay, we'll come back to those. Okay, we're thinking swampy areas. So let's go ahead and... Definitely not Australia. They're kind of lowlands, small mountains. I love how these just look like... If you've ever seen someone like doing resin work, like resin paintings, that's what those... A lot of mountains look like that, and I'm very intrigued by that. Okay, let's zip over to Florida. Yay! I get to go to Florida this year. I'm excited. We've been saving up for that. Okay. Let's see, Everglades are down here. Wow, look at those. Aw. Little lakes, little tributaries that go kind of nowhere, that come out of nowhere. Okay. We're going to grab this one. This will be the final one we grab, and again, to do this, we just open up paint, Control V it. So we got some good references. I do want to check out one more for, you know, always two references. I want to check out India a little bit. Like the really, yeah, southern part right here. Yeah, kind of the same thing. Oh, look how beautiful that is. That is breathtaking. Again, Alt print screen. Paint. Pops up. Boom. We got that one too. Okay. That is beautiful. Look at that. Man, I dig that. Can we... Let's see if we can get a 3D view of this. Here's one. There we go. Hold down your middle mouse button and you can see 3D. Just look at that. Again, Google Earth, guys. Google freaking Earth. Oh, this is cool. This is cool. We can travel right up this river. Man, I'm so intrigued with India. I'm so intrigued with Indonesia. I want to know more history about it. Something we never studied in school. And just look at that. Let's fly down here. All right. You can hear me like backing out of that. Okay, let's... Our desert land there. The hot places in India. Okay, let's go back to the Amazon and fly through the Amazon really quick. Pull back, find the Amazon. There it is. All right. Gonna hold the middle mouse button, pull it back. Wow. Yeah, these flatlands. I mean, not much topography. Let's see if we can really get low. Just kind of sits there. I kind of got lost. Ground kind of changed on me. Look how big this is. This keeps on going. I want to get to the mountains, but good grief. Yeah, we're in the deep jungles here. Okay, check this out. Where was that? See all the meandering rivers? That's just great. That is just awesome. Let me get back to the chat screen. Hey, welcome to the Puppet Master. Hello again. Check this out. 2 streams in 1 day. I'm scared too. Well, not 1 day, but in 1 week. We're just using Google Earth to fly around everything. Okay, now we get into the Andes. Only taking us, 5 minutes. Yeah, but look at these monsters. Here, just keeps going. A little smaller, and then boom, Andes Mountains. Very cool. All right. That's so pretty. Explore more. Yeah, Google Earth, guys. Absolutely wonderful. I think we took one of the larger tributaries up there. All right, let's go ahead and get back to our map. We'll close Google Earth. All right, so we've got our layer done right here, the biggest layer. And I've just kind of overlaid something really quick. So let's go ahead and we're going to drop this. This is going to kind of show us where we want to put stuff. So we're going to make that 20%. If you're using something like WonderDraft or Incarnate, well, I don't think Incarnate does, but I know WonderDraft does. It gives you options to do kind of a mask or something over it that you can trace. Behind southeast of Cuba. Okay, we're going there. Woo! Okay, Google Earth. Not grounded. No, not heal. There it is. Ah! I've got my tablet in front of me, so I'm kind of blind guessing. Southern Cuba. Okay. Over. Okay, there. I pray this is Cuba. Oh, wow. Look at this. I love that blue. Oh, my goodness. I love that blue. Yeah, the satellites can't. Oh, look at that. Those attles. Let's get down in there. Splash. Oh, good call, Puppet Master. Thank you for this. We are going to grab this. This is what I want for the... Yeah, ooh, look at that. These look cool. Bahamas right there. Puerto Rico. And I love the topography. Wonder if I can get the topography of the oceans through the national satellites. Yeah, I like the Bahamas. That is gorgeous down there. Man, the satellites. Oh, this is weird. Look at the in the K's and stuff like that. Okay, this is a place I want to visit. I loathe hot weather, but this is amazing. God, look at this place. Okay, let's get in there. Time to load. Pretty flat land. Oh, that's cool. Again, guys, Google Earth, MVP of... Cool. MVP of map making. Okay, so first we needed some mountains. If you notice in orange, I've kind of pushed those down. In ArtRage, we're currently working on... This canvas is gigantic. We're working on print size 36 to 24. Pixels is 450. I'm finding a lot better success with a 450 pixel spread than a 600 lately. I just get a lot better results. We're going with on ArtRage, we're going to go with our paint tube. We're going to find some of these mountains. These are going to be our big mountains. Oops, we don't want that one. Let's go with kind of a brown. We can move our metallic up to about 24%, so we get kind of that. Oh, I want a different brown. We have a gray there. And what we're going to do is we're going to start building mass. We're just going to come down. Actually, let's do a different layer. Let's put this layer as additive. So that's your little menu thing. Going to bump blend modes, and we want add. We do maximum, it puts it all at the highest point. We don't want this. So with ArtRage, what I'm doing, starting, I'm just taking the tube and just putting some massive big blots where I want the mountains to be. Again, these are our center of the mountains, or the biggest part of the mountains. In this case, it looks like the mountains have formed from this side. So the tectonic structure is going this way. To do that, and then breaking off. So let's go ahead and put a spine of the mountains. We're just going to put the spine just like this. I am using my mouse right now. Again, Puppet Master, thank you for that advice on Cuba. I really like that. We are going to do that for this map. So we're putting our mountain structure down like that. Again, this is the biggest part of our mountains. We'll come with something small. The reason we're doing this is we're looking to add mass to the ArtRage. We got a lot of these we got to do, so I'm going to hurry up and just do this quick. Unfortunately, there's no... This tool we're using, there's no little, can't put down a big shape. We could make our own brush, but for this... Okay. Thank you for letting me know that, Puppet Master. I will have a look at that. I might just put the Photoshop brushes in there. No, you don't need Photoshop. There's a way to import Photoshop brushes into ArtRage, and that works a lot of the time. Those brushes there, it has to actually go in the file where you want them, or you have to load it a certain way. I will look at that and get on that. Those are some fun little brushes. All right, more of those on there. And again, biggest mountains. Kind of, thank you for letting me know on that. On the website at avantnovis.com, we just have some free brushes, free maps, and stuff like that, just for you to use. They can be a little tricky, since ArtRage uses a completely different system, and the importing is good, but it can be a little wonky. I need to look at it with ArtRage Vita. ArtRage Friendship is Magic. It's probably the same way. The only difference, there's really not much difference with the newest version of ArtRage, because it's ArtRage Vita, not just regular ArtRage is the product they're releasing. But I mean, it's like the save structure is a little different, but that is about it. Okay, any other mountains here? I'm not going to do much for the simple reason is they're not going to be that affected. Let's come down here and do these. Now we are going to get a rain shadow. That rain shadow is going to be on the west side. That's great. So on this east side, we're going to get some, a ton of kind of an arid area. So let's go ahead and make sure that, since there's not water to wear down the mountains, that we put a lot of mountains over here. Of course, we need to make mountains so high that they're going to really stop that rain from dropping. All right, maybe one here just for grins. Maybe some here. Okay, so we got our mountains there for ArtRage. Again, this is just a studying rivers and how they work. Now, I did kind of randomly put down some mass already. Let's come over here. We're just going to make one little mountain. Well, not really little. A range right here. Then up here a range. There we go. Pull back. That's not bad. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Now, I did put this mountain range right here, but I don't think I want to do that. I think I want to come up, kind of follow. I already did the base for this map. And that just included, like, you know, throwing stuff down like this in the middle, then outlining like this and like this and like this and this. But we're not going to do that today, because I already did it. Just going to follow that form there, maybe right here too. And again, I'm drawing this in a separate layer instead of the current one. There we go. There we go. Maybe some right here, maybe on my poor neglected islands. Looks like I want to do some here, but instead of going up and down, we're just going to follow this like this. Follow that like that. Right. Same thing here. Okay, well, we got our big parts of the mountains. I kind of want one right here, but we're not going to do much. And put it just a little peak there. And over here, a little peak. Right here, a little peak. Yeah, love to. I can definitely do that. Let me show you kind of what I've been doing. Nor my horrific. I've got all these 5 maps that I've done. This one is currently this one here, but I could definitely might do this one a snow biome. That'd be fun. Go look at that, study it, see how it works. Yeah, I'd love to do that. So, okay, so streams, things I need to do. Let me just write this down. Grab old notepad here. Okay, we're doing, gotta look at the brushes. All right, we'll get that done. Least I can do for you, Puppet Master. You're always here, and I appreciate it. Least I can do for you. All right, there we go. Ooh, and maybe just sneak in some mountains there. Down here, we'll do a bunch. We'll have kind of a spine thing. Well, we can't do much because, yeah, we can. This is my map. Who cares, right? Magic. That just feels right. That just feels right. Kind of being sloppy, just throwing it down over here. Let's go ahead and touch that up. Make sure it's good. All right. Some right there. Yeah, no problem. Again, there's a community and we're all out to improve and all that good stuff. Okay, now we're going to reduce this to about 150, so in half. We're going to make the little tributaries of the mountains. Little tiny tributaries. I don't know tributaries, but little branches. I really should look up the correct geological term for that. Of course, lately I have had my nose in geology books so much. Really should know the exact name for these. So we're going to branch these out. A descriptive word for them would be scrunches, because that's what the earth does. It's scrunching up and kind of wrinkling. There we go. I still owe Bill Hollywood. I still owe him a lava biome. Maybe we'll just tie that together. I did make one, and I did make one into a 3D model. That's something you can do with ArtRage. You can export a height map. And I did make like volcanic stuff under it. That was kind of fun. Don't think I made a video of that, or it got corrupted or demonetized. Also was thinking about doing a video, and you know, I might make since we reached 500 viewers, thank you guys, 500 subscribers. I think what we're going to do is we are going to make a, you know, how to stream, how to share your maps, because I think it's really, really ridiculously easy. Go over some software, some tips and stuff like that. Because honestly, to just do this, you don't need much. And again, the reason I do this is a lot. This is something that my son brought up. It's the blessings of depression and anxiety, since I really struggle with that. But it's a way that you can just kind of reach out and be social. I had a couple people reach out and ask me how I do maps, and I was like, okay, you know what? I'll just put it on YouTube. And thus the channel was born. That way when I'm doing maps for people or for a commission or anything like that, which, man, it's been a lot. Everybody's at home learning to play Dungeons and Dragons, which I'm really grateful for, because it's role-playing games really have helped a lot of people. Of course, when I was growing up, it was that scare in the 80s that everybody thought they were introductions to cults and evil magic and wicked things. And in my community where I live, that was scary for a lot of people. But I remember going into a bookstore and seeing the old blue and red boxes for Dungeons and Dragons and the big dragons on it. I was just like, okay, that is the coolest thing ever. I was like 9 or 10, and I made my own role-playing game. That's when I started making maps. Puppet Master just said, wait, you're telling me D&D isn't a cult? Well, my life is a lie. Hey man, you can be a part of my cult. Well, well, you know, all a cult is someone with all in a set beliefs, a group of people. As a leader. Of course, I don't want to be cult master. We'll let you do that. We'll let you do that, Puppet Master. Puppet Master. Wait a second. Now I understand. Nothing but love, though, man. Nothing but love. I was doing a venture with my kids, using my own little RPG. And they fought evil blueberry cultists that had taken blueberry fields, and I always laughed at that. Yeah, cult's just a buzzword. Scare people. I mean, you could really... Technically, if you're on Facebook following someone, you're part of a cult, but whatever. People are silly. Let's have a look at that. Oh yeah, we got some, see how that's working? Yeah. Come back down here. Make some little mountains here. Little more mountains. Now, the reason I'm doing this is, oh, should rename the stream to Discussion on Rivers and Colts. Everything you want in the channel. That's funny. Gonna be laughing at it. That's great. I needed that. Thank you. Like I said before, this is my way of challenging mental health is by doing these streams. And I won't provide the standard YouTube. Oh, this is how I got the way I am. But yeah. This is me being productive and fighting the good fight. There we go. Check that out. Okay, let's have a look at that. All right, we got a good layer there. We've got a good layer for the mountains. Okay, now what we're going to do is we are going to duplicate this layer. So I want to save this just in case. And we have a good mass here, so I'm going to just close that. We'll come back to this layer. We're going to get yield powerful harsh chaos. We're going to put it down to 250. And come in and let's start here. Now, I really don't want to hide this layer. We're just going to go on the edge of the mountains and we're going to break up that little, just like that. We're going to scrunch them down just using the harsh chaos. Now, don't worry about it overlaying things. Let's go ahead and get rid of this for now. Don't worry about it going into oceans or anything like that, because I'll show you how to fix that really quick. Actually, we could do that now. So let's go ahead and go into our land. We're going to right click on this and we are going to totally not do that right. Okay. So I'm on my layer with the land itself. I don't want anything to go anywhere. So I'm going to click on the little menu tab. I'm going to hit new stencil from layer contents. Okay. Boop. So now if I'm doing any crazy stuff over here, let's say I get really excited and, oh, look, I have an auto mask with that stencil. Again, review on that. Go to here, little menu button, new stencil from layer. If you want to get rid of that stencil, you right click it and, you know, right click it, remove the stencil, hide stencil, reset stencil scale, etc. We'll use that right here. And we're just going to bust these mountains out. I'm being very careful not to, I want to disrupt that roundness, but at the same time, I don't want to get rid of the elevation. But at times that middle part, see how that's making my peaks? Okay, I've got a little strata thing going on here in this map, so I'm just, the bottom map, so I'm just going to fix that really quick. Go back to my mountains. And again, we're making and adding some elevation into this. Just like that. Now, the reason I put it as a different color is I really want to see where this spreads. Okay, not bad there. So if it was this color, let's go ahead and use our spray brush. I think this is the color. It's definitely not the color. Yeah, see. That's what we're getting with the mountains. We do have some circles here. I do need to watch that. Go ahead and come back here. So we don't want to see those circles. That's kind of good indication if you're doing this technique right. If you have circles, you got a problem. Another way you can do it is just hold down the oh, sorry guys. Things just decided to get serious. There we go. This also gives you a good way. You can actually hold down the mouse and just drag it for smaller little mountain ranges. And that, of course, spreads the mass all over. And again, I need to edit some of these down here. We're starting to get really nice topography there. And back here, maybe I want to, break the bottom of these mountains off with that technique. Oops, move the stencil. Control Z did not do that. But if I come down here, there we go. Maybe the edges. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that for the edges. But I really like the big part there, the mountains. Okay, let's come back up here. Now, on this side of the mountains, let's go ahead and do that. Just hold this down, drag it through the middle. Might be a little faster. Because I really want that spine of the mountains, the very tall part, to stand out. So we'll just do that here, so it creates a definite line. We'll break it up a little bit once we get there. So that's one side of the mountains there. Same thing here. Look, Dan's playing with mud. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, and then we're back here. We're breaking up these. And again, I can see where there is issues underneath. But again, I want to do this on another layer just to make sure I'm getting things right. And also, if the mountains are not showing up enough, if I've taken too mass off, I have another layer completely that I can just add onto this and create a little more variance. And I do have some brushes, some mountain brushes and other brushes that, unlike the website. I've tentatively, the question is, have I done any topography with the oceans? I have. There's a setting in ArtRage to do a subtractive mass. I need to get in more of it. I need to practice with it. I need to develop a more of a style that I'm happy with. What I'm currently, oops, I kind of got lazy right there. Oh, that works. That works. The technique I have for it now, I don't like. It's not working for me, and I'm ending up going over it, and I'm not consistent with my technique. So it looks really different in different areas. All right. Well, let's go ahead and let's color this really quick. Kind of get an idea. I think that was the color right there. Yeah. That's what our mountains are going to look like. Yeah, that's not the right color, but you know what? It'll work. Yeah, that's what our mountains are going to look like. We're going to build onto them, add some more stuff. But yeah, to the answer to that question is, I have thought a lot about how I would do that technique. I know some people in the Avant Novis community have been doing it, and it looks amazing. Brian, I think, has done some really good work with that. But I just, to be honest with you, I'm a little gun shy of it. I was thinking about going on to the, U.S. Geological Service, taking some height maps and applying them to the ocean, but with that, it causes its own problems. Because the ocean masses, if I'm doing something semi-realistic, it really stands out as something realistic versus what I'm doing here. This technique is actually quite stylized. It's half a natural map, half a fantasy map. So I just got to find a good bridge between the two. That might be something that I will explore. Something I used to do, and I think I'm going to do it more because I really need to live stream more. Wow, that's cool. Yeah, I'll look at that. Keep reminding me, but I really need to look at that. I'd like to do, probably the way I'd do it is, I do the oceans first. And be consistent on the pattern with that. You know, make a land. Make a land and... Not for this video. I was about to just actually jump right in, but again, this is a study in rivers. And having said that, let's kind of get into the rivers. So we're going to hurry up and, I don't want to say hurry, but we're going to finish these mountains up here. And we're going to start the river process. You know, in fact, do the river process down here because this is going to take me like hours to do. So what I'm going to do right now is with ArtRage Vita, a really simple way to save is going to hide your layers like this. Except the bottom layer. We're going to turn off the stencil. Oh, hi. Remove the stencil because we can make it easy. And we're just going to save. Because I'm working with such a big map, I want to make sure that I have autosaves off. Because, you know, saving gig and a half is kind of rough. But I love Vita, or what the hell is it? ArtRage 3. ArtRage Vita. It saves like a champ. ArtRage 6 kind of had a little power stroke when you saved. Alright, so let's go ahead and we're going to save it there. We're going to put the canvas lighting back on in the canvas settings. And let's go ahead and color this area and we'll do some rivers here. Oops. All right, go back to our, oh, got a derp. Okay, going down to layer, right clicking, sorry, hitting the, oops. Hitting the tool, going down, new stencil from layer contents. There, I'm safe now. Come back up to here. There we go. We're just going to color this in as such. Okay. We'll come back and hit the rest of these. I'll probably do those later. Let's go ahead and I'm going to make sure that this is on blend mode additive for the base layer. This is blend mode additive for this layer. And now I'm going to merge these layers down. It's going to think about it. Ooh, Dr. Pepper time. Yes. Okay. So now we have kind of the shape of the mountains that we want. These are going to kind of change once we get the rivers done. So let's go ahead and look at our little shots of rivers down here. All right. So this is the Amazon. Let's go ahead and look. I got a ton of these. We'll just get them all here. This is a look of, I believe this was in India? No, Danube. I don't know. Okay, so we got those big lakes. Hey, Dennis, how are you doing, sir? I think I was just talking about your maps, actually. About your water. There's some here. We are doing a river study and a bunch of other stuff. We're doing a large map that is for like a kind of a jungle place. Let's go ahead and let us get started with this, with our rivers. So we're just going to go for it. I kind of have a river pen here to show you how that works. Gonna make another layer, choose that. Okay, so we're going to start slow, small, and go to where it forms. And using these little, these little things here, just to kind of get a good idea of the movement, where these are. And again, this one from India is just amazing. That's for our lowland areas. Okay. So we're thinking big squigglies here. Let's go ahead and reduce our brush size down to about a 4%. I think 4% is about where we want it. Of course, now I've totally lost my mouse. We could go a little bigger. Let's go 5%. All right, and let's go ahead and we've got the texture of the underlayer, and now we've got the texture of the mountains. And I'm going to break out ye old tablet to do this part. If I can find my pen, there it is. And I'm going to, let's do this. Let's do the cursor so you guys can see what I'm doing. Alrighty then. Okay. There's my cursor. And we're going to start up here. We're going to start with our biggest one, and I think we're going to come down here. Actually, let's go here with this. So let's start here. And again, I've opened up another layer. I've got my taper length from the bottom to the top. I have a taper bias. My aspect is 100%. And I'm going to put pressure. Yeah, we're going to up the pressure. Get down into there. Oops. Okay, I'm using stylus. Yeah, I like that. That's good. A little squiggly. Okay. So let's just do this. And again, upper layer, we're going to make a stencil of this and cut it out with our eraser. We're going to start here. Getting a little jitter that I don't want. All right, ArtRage is taking that into account. Bless you, ArtRage. A little pressure difference there. I think that has to do more with Windows and the names. Might adjust my pen. Oh, I didn't go. With ArtRage, you kind of have to do it all in one go for the taper length. Otherwise, you'll have to go back and fix it. So I'm just going to try to do this again. Kind of following the mountain, definitely following the mountains, and then kind of following the, kind of got a high piece right here. Then we're going to zip down here. There we go. Over here. And come down this valley area. Don't want to go too much into that. It's going to be our biggest river tributary. There we go. That looks great. Go ahead and make another one. Again, we kind of want down in this lowland area, those paintings we saw, we might have to go touch some of this up. Not pushing really too hard with the stylus. There we go. Now we're getting a little discrepancy with the taper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the taper length. Because we're going to have to come in here and kind of, maybe we'll make some lakes and stuff like that. That'll be kind of fun, right? Yeah. Let's come up here. Again, this whole area is a big Amazon area. So we're going to definitely take advantage of the lower level. Man, I get all Bob Rossi when I'm in this. I actually start doing the art. There we go. Let's not be afraid of just adding a ton of rivers here. This is deep jungle we're talking about. It's like we have kind of an area here, so let's make that down. And with any map, we just have to remember the symbolism, what people, like any language. If you're playing a campaign with people that, I don't want to say not as familiar, but it's like language itself. You have to talk with people in a manner that they understand and can visualize. Because that's all maps are, is a unspoken. Okay, we're here, here. Let's add a ton of, this will be like a swamp area. All these tributaries. Kind of got this highland area here, so let's force that. Maybe I'm just going to be really not make a bifurcation right here. Don't tell anybody. I don't know if I like that. Again, be bold. What I think we got here is, oops, moved the stencil. On one of our references, we have, pull it up, we have this kind of lake here with these squiggly things. I think we're going to do that with this one. Come on. Come on, little stencil. I don't want to get rid of you. So let's go ahead and we're going to just make a ton of these. And we're just going to fill these in. Let's go nuts down here. We don't have to be afraid. There we go. Bunch of little tributaries. We'll open this up and then we'll cut this out. Go. Once we get done to these smaller rivers, I do something like that's looking really fun. I like that. And you could do anything. Little civilizations that use, that use the rivers as roads. Okay, let's have a look. Ooh, I like that a lot. I really like that a lot. Let's kind of go up here. And again, this is about rivers. This is about jungles. This is about, ancient temples, lost buried, cults. Other things like that. There we go. Let's not be afraid to just kind of go nuts here. I don't know the exact stat of how much rainfall is in these areas, but like, course of a month, you see more rainfall here than you do in a standard temperate climate. That's on the dry parts of time. All right. I like that. I really like that. Okay. So we got a good portion of our rivers in place down here. This is what I kind of wanted to do. Now the question is, what do we do next? How do we get those rivers into the mountains? First of all, I am going to remove the stencil here. Goodbye, stencil. I'm going to go to the layer. This layer right here is where I drew all the rivers. So I'm going to select this layer. And I'm going to hit the menu again. Go down to new stencil from layer content. Okay. Then I'm going to hide this layer. Go to my layer underneath it. Unlock transparency. And I'm going to get my big old eraser. And I'm just going to erase the rivers. Just like this. Oops. Not so much like that up there. But I'm just going to erase the rivers here. Just got to be careful. Why don't I'm already seeing a problem here. We're going to be erasing too much. So let's go ahead and remove the stencil. And we're going to come down here in the river layer. And we're just going to, oops, hidden. And I'm just going to draw a line here. And come up here. That way the stencil itself squares off where we need it to. Maybe right here too. Okay, and again, making the stencil. Click there. New stencil from layer content. There we go. See how that works? The whole area. So let's grab our eraser again. Now that we're safe and secure, we want real instant erase. That's we want to do this fast. Oh, I'm doing this wrong. To be down here. Hide that layer. There we go. So we're just going to erase those lines. I like the stencil concept in ArtRage. The more I use it, the more I like it. Okay. For this, that's great. So we keep on erasing. So let's see what we've done. We're going to remove the stencil. And we got rivers. Insta rivers. Look at that. All right. Okay. We're now going to lock our bottom layer. And we're going to leave our river layer there just for reference. We're going to go to our harsh chaos, go down to about, I don't know, 75, maybe 100. Let's go 100 first. And we are going to come in and we're going to run our mouse, run our cursor, starting at the bottom. outline and then just run that harsh cast up. And behold, we have new topography. Down near here, I'll be going back. Of course, I can touch up things. Don't be afraid on these lower rivers that we're going to get rid of some of the topography. Just going to drag those up. There we go. Check that action out. And now we can even go in here with that river layer and we can make a bunch of new tributaries following what we're doing here. See how we're getting kind of a highland and lowland thing? Yay! Here, there are some spots that I need to fix, like right there. But let's use our imagination to fix that. Oh, didn't get the river there. Fix that here. All right. It looks like we're just going to be focusing on this lake area. Go in and just trim some of these down. All right, so let's go ahead and do that there. I'm going to unlock the layer. Go to my eraser. I do need to change my cursor here. Not input device. I need to be able to see how big, yeah. How big things are. Let's go about, I don't know, 10% on this. Let's kind of fix some of these up. Maybe enlarge some of the areas here. For bigger rivers, we definitely want that. Kind of opening them up a little bit. You know, that taper length. Yeah, like that right there. Let's do some work on it. There we go. Down here. I probably could have done a little more squiggles with these. But right here, I'm just barely touching it. And when I find something like this, I'm like, okay, we got a lake there. Might as well just do something like that. See? Really simple. Go ahead and zoom out. See, we're getting good. We're doing good there. All right. I think I'm very happy with those. Let's go ahead and go back. Let's lock transparency. Let's go back to our harsh chaos. We're going to go 250 with this. And we are going to come on the edges of this area. And we're just going to run over the coast. Maybe up some rivers. And we're getting these cool little valleys here. Go. Maybe down here we need a lot more of that. I'll play with it, have fun with it. Up here, down here. There we go. Maybe up through there. Right. Cool. And if we're to color this, let's color this really quick. We're going to end this stream soon. You look like a raptor. That's awesome. Okay, we'll start with the dark green in the center here. Maybe not that dark. Let's yeah, we'll start with that. We'll do our usual color here. We're gonna opacity down, pressure down. There we go, that's good. If we're making like river areas, we'll just kind of color it like this, kind of putting the color up the rivers. And maybe a darker green near the lakes. Such. Be afraid of the dark colors. Now we're going to come up with let's make this kind of a red rock area. Very lightly, very, very lightly. We're just going to trace over the mountains here. Gray is going to be a little bit of a problem with this, but we'll fight it. Well, we'll fight it. So I'm kind of setting height here with this dark color. We'll start with that underneath it, and then let's go with kind of a reduce this to about 250. I'm gonna go over the mountains with a brighter color. high areas with this brighter color. And we can move that bright color down into the green areas to denote a little higher area. We'll come back with a lighter green in this. Being really gentle, like kind of putting the color where the high areas are. Leave the low areas kind of that orange. Then let's get kind of a yellow. Let's see. Let's find a. Let's go with this green. Might be too. Oh, that's good. That's good. Just gonna kind of run this up the rivers. Nope, that looks bad. That is horrible, and I should be punished severely for that. For that green. Let's find maybe this guy here. That's a lot better. Okay. We'll run these slowly up the mountains. We are going to come back with a darker green to run it up those. No, I really don't like that. Control Z the crap out of that. You know, maybe we just to heck with it. We're just going to do the green up there. Okay. Having those wonderful times that I don't. Maybe a bluish green? Yeah, that's it. That's it right there. Add some blue to complement the orange in there and the yellow. There we go. Bring them up to the foot of the mountains. We'll just do over here just for grins and giggles. But you can kind of see the patterns with the rivers on that. Again, for the lowlands, I'm just really... There we go. All right. It's kind of a nice little blend there. Yeah, quick study on rivers, quick study on using Google Maps on such. Just kind of work on that coloring. Again, layers. The key is just low opacity. Again, if we get too low, use this to about there. Get too low, we can always come back and highlight the mountains with that orange. Here. We'll highlight these mountains really quick. And then we'll come in with that color, kind of come in with, I don't know, 50%. That brush. Just kind of pocket the mountains, the very tops there. Sun bleached. Burnt by the heat of the jungle. Again, if you can hear it, I'm just with my pen. Probably do this with the mouse. Sometimes mouse is the best option when you're working with a program like this. It gives you exactly a standard, you know. Might be a little too much. Go back with our orange. I don't think yellow's the answer here, guys. I really don't. Putting that orange over the yellow is, because we're getting that just a lighter reddish color. Yeah, I like that. All right. Multicolored Dream Mountains. Okay, guys. I think we're going to end it right there. I don't want to go too long into this. It's been a while. So we're studying mountains. We're studying rivers. We're again going to Google Earth to find references. References there. Something I could do down here. See how we got those. Got those like sand embankments. So let's go ahead and up the opacity there. Let's kind of come down here and just barely touch those sand embankments. Like this. 23 more hours. Yeah, no, it's going to be... Get this one done. It's going to be a while. I'll share it at the end. Yeah, that's kind of a cool little touch. I like that. We'll run these up the mountains too. Sandbanks there. I like that. That's something I haven't done before. Just need to be careful. Too much is going to draw your eye really to that. So, yeah. All right, guys. Puppet Master, you've been here the whole time. Thank you very much. Everybody else who's joined in on Twitch, Facebook, and also YouTube. Appreciate your presence here. We're up to 550 members on the channel. I'm blown away. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Drop by the community on Facebook. Love to see people there. Let us know if there's anything we can do. The next map is probably going to be Arctic stuff. Yeah, see you later, Puppet Master. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day, and, stay safe, stay healthy. Talk to you later.